Hi. So Ro Khanna is officially the Justice Democrats' champion. The Young Turks, at every chance they can get, defend him at every turn, and it brings into question just how good of a news media corporation is the Young Turks. And I'm going to go over and illustrate the point. The second part of this video segment is just giving you article links so you can actually read up on details that people have gathered about Ro Khanna, and you can go ahead and read them and see for yourself. So, secular talk. Kulinski, he makes a Twitter post saying Jimmy Dore does a superb job breaking down the disgusting, nefarious smear campaign against Ro Khanna USA. And there's a couple of people who made replies, and I was one of them, and so did Ro Khanna. Ro Khanna said, I have said I take money from individuals. Sure, some are tech leaders or VCs, but the point is, unlike PACs, they don't influence policy. So I asked him, and I haven't gotten a reply back, and I don't think I will. Would you take money from individuals like Martin Shkreli, Peter Thiel, or Hillary Clinton? And if so, is that a Justice Democrat stance? And along with that, and this is going to be my main point, I said, correct me if I'm wrong, but you are a journalist, right? And I'm talking to Kyle Kulinski. You don't even vet the information that already exists about your champion. So let's kind of rewind, and you can see it in my previous video. On January 23rd, 2017, Kyle Kulinski says, we're going to have every Justice Democrat take a pledge. We accept no money, not a dime, from billionaires or corporations. Keep that in mind, billionaires. Keep that in your head, billionaires. I'm going to get back to it later. And on January 29th, 2017, Cenk Uygur, he says, so some things are non-negotiable. We're not going to take corporate money or big donor money because that corrupts, and we're not going to have that. Now, wrap that inside your head, keep it there, imprint it, whatever you can do. Big donor money. So, Kyle Kulinski, billionaires, Cenk Uygur, big donor money. So, none from billionaires, none from big donor monies. This is when they're talking about Justice Democrats. This is their big prime directive. Okay, so I'm going to move on, and I want you to go ahead and read all these articles on your own. These three are, mostly three is from Pando, and it's written by Yasha Levine. This was back in February 28th, 2014. So this was before his 2016 run. And though you've already seen it if you've seen my previous video, but the one thing that I am going to talk about and show you is there's this link. At a $2,600 a head fundraiser in May 2013, Napster Facebook billionaire Sean Parker introduced Ro Khanna to a room full of other tech millionaires and billionaires as a man who can take their vision to DC. And it's written by Carla Marlinucci at SFGate. So this is what kills me. TYT is a multi-million-dollar news corporation, and they have reporters and journalists, but they can't vet their own candidate. You can just do a quick Google search, Ro Khanna, and you'll see this article. So if they're not taking money from billionaires or big donors, then why do they take an indefensible stance for Ro Khanna? Because all they're going to say is stop smearing Ro Khanna. That's okay. I'm not even going to go there. So here she actually talks a little bit more about it than the article. It's not too much more, but she actually does a video too. Sean Parker talks about Silicon Valley support for Ro Khanna, and I'm going to play it back. It's pretty short.
Because we feel for a long time that Silicon Valley just hasn't been properly represented at a federal level. We haven't had, the young, dynamic, hard-driving candidate that really understands the unique issues facing facing Silicon Valley right now at a moment in time when, there actually are a series of important kind of political milestones and political turning points that are in front of us. And we're actually, to a certain extent, I think we're starting to come into a realization of our own power and our own capability as not just as innovators and technology pioneers, but also in a political sense.
So that was it, and you can watch as many times as you want because I'm going to post that link and all the articles links in the description box below. So the second article is End of the Row, Disruption Meets Old Dirty Politics in the Heart of Silicon Valley. I'm not going to really go over it. I want you to go ahead and read it. Give me your thoughts in the comments. And then the third article is Rut Row, How the Valley's Favorite Politician May Be Foiled by a Hindu Supremacist Banned from the US. And that was the final article from Pando on Ro Khanna. And I did find an old interview with Ro Khanna with Wesley Clark Jr. on the Young Turks. This is in August 10th, 2016, and I'm going to play back this snippet.
I think the art of politics is having ideals, but then being pragmatic of how to further those ideals. And so I don't have, for the people who say, oh, never Hillary or others, I mean, I just think, look, you've got a choice in which direction the country is going to go. In my view, it's clear that Hillary would be a better president than Donald Trump, and we've got to operate within that realm.
Yeah, but you like stuff like running water and electricity, so...
So he would have been for Hillary over Donald Trump. That is your progressive champion. The Young Turks, Justice Democrats, it measures up. I mean, Cenk Uygur did the same thing. He just kind of stopped pushing Bernie Sanders and just put his full support for Hillary Clinton. Okay, moving on. There's a pretty good article by Willie Lohman.wordpress.com. I hope I get it right. This is by Scott Creighton. It's called Neoliberal Silicon Valley owned Rep Rohit Khanna is the new alternative Pied Piper of the corporate left. This is kind of a long article, so I'm just going to go ahead and read you the numbered parts, basically, the breakdown. The Justice Dems are nothing more than a sheepdogging for-profit project. 2. Follow the corporate money all the way to Ro's pockets. 3. Rohit Khanna is a trained neoliberal. 4. Rohit Khanna married well, real well. 5. Rohit Khanna fully supports Nancy Pelosi. 6. Rohit Khanna backs the white helmets and the disinformation that Assad is a dictator. 7. Rohit Khanna not only supported the TPP and other fascist free trade deals, he may have had a hand in crafting them. 8. Ro was first marketed to progressives by the same AstroTurf group Obama created to help sell the TPP. 9. Rohit Khanna backs the "it's the Russians' fault" new McCarthyism bullshit. 10. The email. And that's it. I want you to go ahead and read it, formulate your own thoughts and opinions, go ahead and vet the information that I provided to you and find a source for anything that's said in any of these articles. People are going to be covering it, like I'm pretty sure H.A. Goodman is, and then there's going to be the interview with Tim Black Ro Khanna will be doing on Wednesday, and you can just probably see a lot more replies from Twitter. But the thing you want to look out for is how the progressives, I would say the TYT's journalist and reporting champions, I mean, that's Jimmy Dore, Michael Tracy, some would say Kyle Kulinski, and Jordan Sheridan, and you can say Emily Vaglin. So you can see if those five, see how they support Ro Khanna. Are they all in? Do they have any reservations? Do they say or question anything where it may contradict the Young Turks' stance on Justice Democrats, particularly Cenk and Kyle, because they said some things in the past which doesn't measure up with Ro Khanna. So brings into the question, are they just, are they vetting him? Do they not care if anyone finds information on them and just calling it a smear campaign? So this is a battle line. This is, the lines are drawn. We get to see what the Justice Democrats are really about, and we've had history and a whole bunch of videos of people talking about it and predicting what Justice Democrats really is. So, all right, we'll see what happens in a couple of days, and that's it.